Hey everyone, guess who's back? Mish here, Dynasty Week 13, Flex style. What a year in Dynasty. I mean, anyways, let's get into it and I'll talk right about it. So we got Cobra Kai here, Brian. He's come on late. Couple upsets lately, 4-7. Taking on unnecessary roughness. I think also 4-7. Sorry, I think you're there, but I have Brian and Cobra Kai. I had him originally predicted at 3-9, just so everyone can see too. This is like all the predictions I did at the beginning, and I kind of go through each game. And I had these since the beginning, and those are what I was drawing my predictions from. Some of them I changed, obviously, but not many. But yeah, Brian 3-9 is what I originally had, so kind of close. And then I had unnecessary roughness going 9-3. Obviously, didn't come close to that for Milan this year. 11th in scoring for Milan, 15th for Brian. I'm gonna go Milan here, though. I think Milan wins. Obviously, this will be the last game this season for these guys in Dynasty. Consolation means nothing. I'm not sure if I can turn off the consolation playoffs. But what I would suggest for everyone is just don't even pay attention, or just undress everyone in your lineup, so everyone can just focus on the playoff teams. But if somebody knows how to turn that off, let me know. But yeah, I'm going Milan here to win this one. Next up, I got Joshua Life's of Mitch taking on Susan and Zebras here. I got Joshua Life's of Mitch last in scoring this year. Not what he envisioned. He might have had draft burnout like I did, and I know my brother did. And Sue's, though, 4th in scoring in last place. That's just unheard of. And I could actually see her getting into 3rd at least, maybe even the 2nd at the end of the year. That would be nuts. Finishing last and you're 2nd in scoring. I don't think there would ever. I don't think I've ever seen that. I had Life's a Mitch going 3-9. So obviously he's done a couple games better than that, and I had Zebras going 9-3. So obviously a disaster for Susie this year. I'm going Zebras to win this one though. Next up, I got Matt and Stop Looking at My Peterman taking on Adrian and Orange Crush, two teams that I thought were gonna do better for sure. Matt 10th in scoring, Adrian 8th in scoring. So they're top. Well, I guess it's 16 teams, so I mean Adrian's in the top echelon, but I had Adrian going 7-5 this year. He ended up 5-7, so a couple games off there. I actually had stopped looking at my Peterman at 5-7, so I'm pretty much dead on, almost there. I think this one's going to be close, but I think I'm going to give it to Peterman. Chris Godwin, man, that guy is insane. So yeah, I'm gonna go Peterman here, winning this one. So now we get into the meat and potatoes, guys. The games that mean something. Lucas, Ninja Magic, 6-6. Chris and No More, 6-6. The reason why I picked this game is because they hadn't played each other. And if you look, some of the teams played either one or the other, and the win-losses were so close. I thought the best way to do this is have the teams play the teams that they hadn't played against yet. So I thought that was the fair way to do it. Ninja Magic, I had him going 7-5 in my predictions. Bang on. Almost. Game off. So pretty close. But yeah. And then for Chris and No More, obviously it was Matsky's Marauders at that juncture. But I had him 4-8, missing the playoffs. So Chris and No More, I'm happy to have him in. Tier 2 owner for a long time. Looks like he's having issues again in Tier 2. Chris, just a jab at you there. But that team's 5th in scoring. Lucas 12th. I think Lucas is in trouble. I think No More wins this one. It'll be interesting if No More wins. Does the guy get some cash? Does some cash go back into the LOC for next year? That'll be interesting to see what we decide there, since Matthew did put the money in. So, anyways, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, and this one, Chris and No More. Next up, it's myself, 6-6, taking on Chris, the other Chris, and Vlad Jr. crew also at 6-6. For me, huge win against Chris and no more. I was shocked. I was watching the Monday Nighter, and Ingram and Gus Edwards went off. I hate the Ravens because I'm a Browns fan, but I was definitely cheering for them that night. Chris and Vlad Jr. Cruz 9th in scoring, myself 13th. I had myself going 7-5 in my predictions, so 6-6, pretty close. Vlad Jr. Crew, I had him going. Where are you, Chris? I had Chris going 7-5 too, so pretty close. 6-6 for both, so only a game off there. Again, I gotta believe in myself, so I'm gonna pick myself to win. But again, it's one that I'm gonna keep my eye on all night long, all day, and I'm really excited to have this opportunity to play Chris for the playoffs. Next up, it's gonna be Sven and Curly Lamborghini 7-5, taking on Robert and the Illuminati 7-5. So the one thing I'm curious about is how it's going to end up. I haven't really dug into it, but if Robert loses, and then either Chris or No More or Chris or Vlad Jr. wins, what that would mean for Robert. Does he lose the division if Sven can beat him? And Sven clearly going to be a playoff team. Sven 7th in scoring, Robert 3rd. So Sven, just so you know, I had you at a 2-10 preseason prediction. You were always saying, well, why are you betting against me? I originally had you at 2-10, and that's why. But you definitely played a lot better than what I originally predicted. And then, Robert, I had you at 6-6, so just a game off on your prediction of 7-5. I'm going Robert in this one. I think he wins the division legitimately. Next up, again, another one for the division, this time the Solomonic. We got Sean and Philly, well, both the Seans and Philly Miracle Man. Sean from Tier 2 and Sean from Tier 1. Two different people, but two guys that have been in the format and decided to join forces. Likely losers, and Stewart 7-5. He's in Tier 2, just like Chris and No More. He's been around for a bit, and definitely happy to have him in Dynasty. I had Stewart 7-5, so bang on there, and I had Miracle Man at 8-4, so just a game off there. But the thing I looked at though, Stewart's 14th in scoring. So he's actually in the bottom half, and the Seans are 6th in scoring. It's going to take the Seans to beat Stewart 3 times to get the division, and I think they do it. Strike 3, you're out, Stewart, and the Seans win the division. Next up, guys, game of the week. It's going to be a classic. It's Justin and Ultimus Prime, and it's Deuce and it's Monica Spartans. It's not going to be a yawner. The commission just isn't feeling well. Yeah, it's going to be a classic. I mean, tied records. Couldn't ask for a better first place game. It's for the money. It looks like Justin's clearly going to win top scorer money. He's already clinched the Ming, so congratulations, Justin. I'm going to put the trophy up right now after this preview and give you the Ming division. So congratulations on that, Justin. As some of you may not know, he came from Tier 2. He quit Tier 2. He quit Tier 2 on me this year and said, but I'll go into your Dynasty. And he's doing well in Dynasty, but I'd love to see you get back in the format. And I know you reached out and said if somebody comes open that you'd take a spot, and would definitely appreciate that for Tier 2 if it does happen. I had Justin going 7-5 in the original previews. So he's definitely he's beat that a little bit. I had Dusan only at 5-7, so he's definitely exceeded that expectation. It's 1 versus 2 in scoring again, but I think it would take a miracle for Justin to lose top scoring team. And I'm actually gonna go with Sabatica Spartans winning the game, though. I think Lamar Jackson is gonna have a tough matchup against San Francisco, and I think it's gonna cost Ultimus Prime. I think Lamar's gonna. His MVP talks are going to get tempered back a little bit here, just kind of like they did again when they played Pittsburgh and he didn't have a great fantasy game. So I hate to say it, but Spotica Spartans wins, but Prime's going to win the top money. But anyways, it's been a fantastic year. I can't wait. There's 5 impactful games there for Flex 13. I should trademark that, Flex 13, and make it a mainstay in fantasy leagues and get paid thousands. You guys got to remember, I don't know if people have flex scheduling in their leagues before me. And if they did, then that's great. I'm just assimilating all the goodness in that. Anyways, have a good week 13, guys, and for some of you, great last game too. First ever LSC Dynasty.